Hello everyone! Welcome po ulit sa ating Math-Isip YouTube channel where you can find free Tagalog mathematics tutorial. Our topic for today is all about Pythagorean theorem and its converse. But before we begin, let me just thank everyone for supporting our channels. Maraming salamat po for watching and clicking and subscribing to our channel. And to our fellow teachers, thank you very much for sharing this to our dear learners. And by the way, if you are interested with our PowerPoint presentations, we offer this product. Just send us a message on our Facebook page. The link is in the description below. Okay, so without further ado, let's now begin with our lesson. Okay, the learning competency for today is to apply the Pythagorean theorem in finding the missing side of a right triangle and its converse in classifying triangles. Alright, so let's start with this engagement activity. Think about this. A new flat screen TV has a width of 40 inches and a height of 30 inches. Okay, as you can see here in this illustration, we have 30 inches by 40 inches. Okay, however, the box label says the TV is 50 inches. Okay, 50 inches TV. Now, is the label correct? What do you think? Ang dimensions niya is 40 by 30 but the label says it's 50 inches. So, saan po nanggagaling yung label natin when it comes to the measurement of television? Alright, so actually, if we measure the diagonal of this television, that's where we know if this is really a correct label. Okay, so paano po natin yan gagawin if we don't have a measuring tool? For example, if we just rely it on the measurement given here in the width and then the height, paano natin siya malalaman without using any measuring tool? Okay? So we have actually a way for that. By the way, what kind of triangle is this? What triangle are we dealing with? And we will answer the question, how can we find the length of a diagonal or missing side if we only know the other two sides? Okay? These questions will be answered by our lesson for today. Okay, to answer the first question, what kind of triangle is this? This is what we call a right triangle. Remember, a right triangle is a triangle with one angle equal to 90 degrees. And we often use a box in order for us to indicate that this is 90 degrees. And how do we call the sides? We have what we call the hypotenuse. This is the side opposite the right angle. This is the hypotenuse and it is the longest side. And how do we call the other two sides? We call them legs, all right? In a right triangle, they are called legs. The two sides forming the right angle. So these are the two legs. Okay, now for the next question, how do we measure the longest side of a right triangle given the two legs? We now have what we call the Pythagorean theorem or the Pythagorean theorem. Now, for any right triangle, ang ibig sabihin ng Pythagorean theorem is, for any right triangle, the sum of the square of the lengths of the legs equals the square of the length of the hypotenuse. Alright, so kung hindi nyo maintindihan yung definition niya, we just make use of our equation. This is the Pythagorean theorem equation. Okay, as you can see, we have here a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now, what are these variables? We can say that A and B are the legs and C is the hypotenuse. Alright, so again, A and B, itong legs na ito, they are A and B, and then the hypotenuse is letter C. So if we're going to add the square of A and the square of B, it will be equal to the square of the longest side or the hypotenuse. Yun lang po ang ibig sabihin ng Pythagorean theorem. Okay, now anong gamit ng Pythagorean theorem? Now, Pythagorean theorem is used in finding the missing side of a right triangle. So how do we do that? Let's have these examples. Alright, let's have example number 1 basing from our engagement activity kanina. The television which is has 40 inches width and then 30 inches height. So find the hypotenuse of a right triangle with legs 40 inches and 30 inches. So first, let's label our triangle. Yung kanyang legs, we have A. Usually, ang A is yung horizontal. And then yung B natin is yung vertical. But actually, it can be, pwede namang interchangeable yan. So we have here, B is equal to 30 inches. Now, we are looking for the hypotenuse or yung C. So using our Pythagorean theorem, which is A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared, all we have to do is to substitute yung mga given. So we have here a squared, which is 40. You get the square of 40. Next, we have b squared, which is b is 30. Get the square, so we have 30 squared is equal to c squared. Given ba ang c? Hindi. Siya po yung hinahanap natin. So we have here c squared. Now, we can actually interchange this in an equation. Remember the properties of equality, where we can say that c squared is equal to 40 squared plus 30 squared because we use the symmetric property of equality. Binaliktad lang po natin sila. Since we are trying to solve c, yung value ng c. Kaya yung c yung nandito sa left side. And then yung mga ibang terms nasa right side. Nilipat lang po natin sila. Flinip lang natin sila kumbaga. Alright. So we have here 40 squared. We just simplify this. So 40 squared means 40 times 40. We get 1,600. And then 30 squared means 30 times 30. We get 900. Now we can add this 1,600 plus 900. It will be 2,500. Now, do we have a value for c? You might say yes, but no. We have here c squared. Hindi po yan yung hinahanap natin. C, wala dapat siyang square. So, anong gagawin natin para makuha lang natin c square? Alright? I mean c, not the square. So, what we can do here is to do the opposite of squaring, which is to get the square root. Okay? Pag kinuha mo yung square root ng c squared, edi makukuha mo si c. So dito, ganun din ang gagawin natin sa kabilang side. Whatever we do on one side of the equation, ganun din po ang gagawin natin sa other side of the equation. So we have here, instead of 2,500, we just get the square root of 2,500. Therefore, magiging c na lang ito. Okay, and then this one, we just get the square root of 2,500 and we will get 50. Alright? Therefore, the value of c is equal to 50. Thus, the length of the hypotenuse is 50 inches. So, this is 50 inches. Okay? So, going back to our engagement activity kanina sa introduction, the question is asking, is the label correct? Is this really a 50 inches TV? Well, the answer is yes. Because using the Pythagorean theorem, we were able to find the measurement of the diagonal using the given width and then the height. Alright? So, yun po ang gamit ng Pythagorean theorem. Okay, let's have another example. Example number 2. Okay, let me read the problem. A rescue worker places a 13-meter ladder against a building. The foot of the ladder is 5 meters from the wall. How high up the wall does the ladder reach? Alright, so given this illustration, okay, let's just label kung ano yung mga measurement ng ating triangle. First, nasan ba dyan yung triangle natin? Okay, yes, this is our triangle. As you can see, this is a right triangle. Okay, remember, this is a building. So, dapat 90 degrees po yung tayo niya, no? So, let's have the first given, 13 meters yung ating ladder. So, our hypotenuse here is the ladder. Therefore, it is 13 meters. C is equal to 13 meters. Next is the foot of the ladder is 5 meters from the wall. Meaning, from this wall going to the ladder, the foot of the ladder, it is 5 meters. So this will serve as one of our leg, which is A. Okay, A is equal to 5 meters. Now, how high up the wall does the ladder reach? Ito na po yung hinahanap natin. Gaano kahaba itong side na to? So this is our leg B. So it is unknown. Alright, so how do we solve for this? We can also use the Pythagorean theorem. Now, if you are asking, bakit hindi naman yung hypotenuse yung hinahanap dito? But yes, we can still use this because there's only one side missing. Okay? We can still use the Pythagorean theorem. So how? Okay, let me show you the solution. So first, let us substitute a squared. It will be 5 squared. Our a is 5. B squared is unknown. That's why hindi muna natin siya masasubstitute. And then c squared, c is known, which is 13 meters. So let's just get the square of 13. Now we have here b squared. Yun po yung sinusolve natin. So it's important that this will be separated on one side of the equation. So isi-separate natin siya. Yun ang ilalagay natin sa left side. And then si 5 squared, yun ang ilalagay natin dito sa right side. Ililipat natin siya. So if you remember in grade 7, what property of equality is used here? Okay, the property of addition or subtraction of equality. Okay, property of equality. Okay, so therefore we have here b squared is equal now to 13 squared. And then, si 5 squared ililipat natin sa right side. So nandito na siya, 5 squared. Yun nga lang, yung kanyang sign which is positive, okay, pag wala pong sign dyan, ibig sabihin positive siya, no? Yung positive, magiging negative na po siya. Alright, ito na po yung tinatawag ng ilan na transposition or transposing. Nag-transpose po tayo from positive magiging negative si 5 squared. Okay? Next, let's now simplify this. 13 squared will be 169 and then 5 squared will be 25. Okay, take note, nilagyan ko po ng parenthesis yan because ang base lang po natin is si 5, hindi po kasama yung sign. Okay? So wag po natin kakalimutan yon. Kasi kapag sinama natin yung operation dyan, magiging sign na yon at magiging positive na po ito. So hindi po ganun ang gagawin natin. So we have here 169 minus 25. It will give us 144. Now just like in our example number 1, we just need to get the square root of b squared, the reverse process para makuha natin yung value ng b. Okay, and to do that, we have to take also the square root of 144 on the right side. So, square root of 144, it will now be 12. So, b is equal to 12. The ladder reaches 12 meters up the wall. Okay, let's have another example. Let me read the third example. An airplane flies 26 kilometers south, then turns east toward the airport. The direct distance from the starting point to the airport is 30 kilometers. How far east did the airplane travel? So we can also use yung Pythagorean theorem in our navigation. So here, for example, we have the airplane. Okay, let's imagine this is top view. So, yung unang given natin dito is 26 kilometer. Ibig sabihin, nag-travel yung airplane going to the south. So, if we're going to look at the map, south is going down 26 kilometers. Then, anong nangyari? Then, the airplane turns east toward the airport. So, from here, nag-travel siya going to the east. So, pa-right tayo. How far? The distance, we don't know. Pero ang sabi dito sa last given, from the starting point to the last point of the airport, we have 30 kilometers. So, ibig sabihin, we are looking for this distance here. So, if we have here a right triangle, the hypotenuse, which is the longest side, 30 kilometers is given. And then, another leg is given, 26 kilometer, that's B. And yung A po ang hinahanap natin. So, using our Pythagorean theorem, we can also find the value of A, okay, or the other leg. Okay, so here we have A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Lagi po nating i-memorize yung formula ng ating Pythagorean theorem. Now, let's substitute A squared. We cannot do that because it's what we are looking for. So, just leave it there. A squared plus B squared, we have 26 kilometers. So, let's substitute 26 ang B. And then, let's get the squared. Equals to, ano ang C? We have 30 kilometers. Okay, now let's simplify. Since nandito na sa left side si A squared, by the way, pwede nang dyan lang siya, no? And then, si 26 squared, ililipat natin sa right side. Alright, so we have here 30 squared. And then si 26 squared, ililipat natin sa kabila. Pero mag-iiba na po yung ating sign. Alright, so from positive, magiging negative, or from plus, magiging minus na po siya. Alright. Using the addition or subtraction property of equality. Now, let's simplify. We have here 30 squared will be 900. 26 squared will be 676. Don't forget, sineparate natin siya because if we're going to use yung negative dito sa ating base, magiging positive na po siya. Okay, so wag po natin gagawin yon. Separate po natin yung ating base from the operation. Alright, so we have 900 minus 676. We will get 224. And then to get the value of A, we just need to get the square root of the terms in both sides. Get the square root of A squared, magiging A. Get the square root of 224. Our answer will be 14.97. So if you notice, we have here a decimal root. Actually, this is not the exact amount or exact value, pero we just approximate it into 2 decimal places. All right? So we have here 14.97 kilometers. So the airplane flew about 15 kilometers north. If we're going to round this off, magiging 15 kilometers na po siya. All right? So that's our answer for example number 3. Okay, for you to practice, we have here an exercise, just like the same with our examples a while ago. Pwede nyo pong i-pause muna itong video and then you can do this on your own, answer this on your paper. And then if you are now ready to check your answer, you can just play this so I can show you the solution. Alright? So God bless po sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's now answer exercise number 1. So we have here a rectangular garden measures 9 meters by 12 meters. A path is made diagonally from one corner to the opposite corner. How long is the path? So in our solution, it's best if we can draw the illustration, kahit simple lang, not necessarily just like this. So we have here the rectangular garden, and the measurements we have here. A is 9 meters, and then B is 12 meters. Our hypotenuse is C, which is unknown. Okay? Like just what I've said a while ago, pwede namang interchangeable yung A and B natin. It doesn't matter, no? Kasi ang hinahanap naman dito is yung hypotenuse. So using our formula, A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Let's just substitute 9 yung A, 12 is yung B, and then we just get the value of C squared, which is 12 squared plus 9 squared. 12 squared is 144, 9 squared is 81. If we add them together, we get 225. Get the square root, we will get 15. So the diagonal path is 15 meters long. Okay, next for exercise 2, a 25-meter long ladder leaned against a wall. The foot of the ladder is placed 7 meters away from the wall. How high up the wall does the ladder reach? Just like in our example kanina. So we have here the illustration. In our solution, let's label. We have here A is equal to 7, C is 25, and what's missing? We have B. All right. So using the formula again, we just substitute. A squared is 7 squared, and then B squared, we are looking for B squared. C squared, we get 25 squared. So i-transpose lang natin si 7 squared sa right side, magiging minus 7 squared na po siya. And then we will simplify. 25 squared is 625. 7 squared is 49. 6 to 5 minus 49, we will get 576. And let's just get the square root of 576. Our answer will be 24. So the ladder reaches 24 meters high. Okay, next exercise number 3, we have here a kite string is 50 meters long. Okay, and then it is tied on the ground. The kite reaches a height of 47 meters above the ground. How far is the person from the point on the ground directly below the kite? So this person's distance from our original point here, yun po yung hinahanap natin. So in our solution, let us label the parts. We have C is equal to 50, B is 47, and A is unknown. So let's use the Pythagorean theorem equation. We have here A squared, and then B is 47, C is 50. Okay, now using the APE or addition or subtraction property of equality, let us transpose yung 47 squared sa kabila. So we have 50 squared minus 47 squared. Okay, let's simplify. 50 squared will be 2,500. 47 squared will be 2,209. Let's subtract. We will get 291. So A squared, get the square root of 291. We will get 291 squared will be 17.06. The value of A will be 17.06 meter. The person is about 17.06 meters from the point below the kite. Okay, I hope nasagot nyo po ng tama yung mga exercise natin. And for today, we will also learn about the converse of Pythagorean theorem. So this time we will determine whether a triangle is right, acute, or obtuse. This is now the second part of our lesson. So let's now begin. Alright, so what is the converse of the Pythagorean theorem? Alright, so the converse, if the square of the longest side of a triangle equals the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the triangle is a right triangle. So kanina we have a squared plus b squared is equal to c. This time, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay, so binaliktad lang po natin siya, no? Just like in the symmetric property. So what does this means? This is used to classify triangles by sides. Yun po yung gamit nito. So, we have this table. Let the longest side be C, the hypotenuse, and the other two sides be A and B pa rin, the legs. So, kung ganito po yung relationship nila, we can know the different kinds of triangles na pwede nating makonclude from their relationship. So, if we have here, if C squared is less than A squared plus B squared, then the triangle is acute. And if C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, then the triangle is right. If C squared naman is greater than A squared plus B squared, then the triangle is obtuse. Okay, so we have three kinds of triangles basing from these three types of relationship, whether it is less than, equal, or greater than. So ito po ang gamit ng converse ng Pythagorean theorem. So let's try this in an example. Okay, example number 1, we have here, classify whether the triangle whose side lengths are 12, 16, and 20 is acute, right, or obtuse. So let's have this converse. C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Nandito po yung mga given natin. So we know that the longest side is 20. So it will now be C. Okay, so maglagay lang po tayo ng question mark dito because we do not know what will be the relationship. Whether equal yan, less than, or greater than. Malalaman natin pag nag-substitute at nag-solve na po tayo. So we have here C is 20. Okay, since it's the longest. And then A here is any of these two actually. Pwede namang interchangeable. Pwedeng si 12 ang A or kaya naman si 16. But we will have 12 as our A. Okay, so 12 squared and then B naman is 16. So let us just see. Isi-simplify lang natin yung both sides. Left side tsaka right side. Hindi po tayo magta-transpose dyan or gagamit ng APE. Okay? Ang gagawin lang natin, titignan natin yung relationship niya mamaya. So we have here 20 squared. Ano ba siya? We have 400. 12 squared is 144. 16 squared is 256. Ang pwede lang nating isimplify dito sa right side ay ito. I-add natin sila. So let's see. 400 dito pa rin sa left side and then sa kabila is magiging 400 din. 144 plus 256 is 400. Therefore, the relationship is equal. Now, kung equal siya, anong klaseng triangle? So, we have here less than, equal, and then greater than. So, ito tayo sa equal. If it is equal, then the triangle is right. Since this is equal, we can conclude, thus we can say that the triangle is a right triangle. Okay, another example, we have here example number 2. If the side lengths of a triangle are 4, 7, and 8, is the triangle acute, right, or obtuse? Okay, using the Pythagorean, the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Let's find out. So we have C squared. Asan po ang C natin dito? 4, 7, or 8? Okay, of course, the longest side which is 8. And then, asan ang A natin? Pwedeng si A is yung 4 and then si B is yung 7 or interchangeably. So we have here 8 squared, it will be 64. 4 squared, it will be 16. 7 squared is 49. Let's add these two. 16 plus 49, we will get 65. So, as you can see, ang relationship nila, 64 is less than 65. They are not equal. So, kapag ganito yung case, basing from our table kanina, so pag less than siya, C squared is less than A squared plus B squared, then the triangle is acute. So here, it's less than, therefore, the triangle is acute since C squared is less than A squared plus B squared. Okay, last example we have here. Classify whether the triangle whose side lengths are 8, 12, and 15 is acute, right, or obtuse. So again, using the converse of Pythagorean theorem, c squared will be 15 squared because 15 is the longest here. A squared will be 8 squared. B squared will be 12 squared. So let us simplify. 15 squared is 225. 8 squared is 64. 12 squared is 144. Add natin yung dalawa dito. We will get 208. So alin dito ang mas mataas na number? Okay, we have 225. So our relationship is greater than. So if it is a greater than, okay, dito, then the triangle is obtuse. So here, the triangle is obtuse because c squared is greater than a squared plus b squared. Okay, so ganun lang po mag-classify ng triangle using our Pythagorean theorem. Alright, so I hope you are now ready. Try naman nating gawin ito on our own. Try to do this exercise on your paper, and then again later, if you're ready, you can pause and play this, and then we will check your answers. Okay, God bless po ulit sa inyong pagsagot. Okay, I hope you are now ready. Let's now answer the following exercises. Okay, let's have here number 1. Okay, and our solution, we have here the converse of the Pythagorean theorem. Okay, we have here the measurements 8, 10, and 12. Since 12 is the longest, it will now be C. Alright, and then yung A natin is 8, yung B is 10. So 12 squared is 144, 8 squared is 64, and then 10 squared is 100. 64 plus 100, we will get 164. So what is the relationship? 144 is less than 164. Therefore, basing from our table kanina, if it is less than, C squared is less than A squared plus B squared, then the triangle is acute. Alright? Number 2, we have the measurements 5, 12, and 13. Using the converse, let's substitute. C is 13, A is 5, B is 12. Then we will get their squares. We have 169. 5 squared is 25. And then 12 squared is 144. 144 plus 25, we will get 169. So what's the relationship? They are equal. Both 169. So, ang ating triangle ay right triangle. And then for letter C, we have 7, 9, 14. C is 14. 14 squared. And then A is 7. B is 9. So 14 squared is 196. 7 squared is 49. 9 squared is 81. So 49 plus 81, we will get 130. So anong relationship natin? There you go. Greater than. 196 is greater than 130. Therefore, our answer is obtuse. It is an obtuse triangle. So I hope nakuha nyo ito ng tama. Thank you very much for participating. And for our activity, if you want further practice or exercise on this topic, pwede nyo naman po itong sagutan. Okay? So if you want to check your answers, you can just check it with your teachers who availed of our PowerPoint presentations. Kasi nandun na po lahat. Package na po ito, including those answers. Alright? So thank you very much for listening. I hope meron po ulit kayong natutunan. And I hope in the next lesson, I'm going to see you again on the next video. So for now, thank you very much and God bless po sa inyong pag-aaral. Kung meron kang natutunan sa video na ito, please click the subscribe button to support this channel para mas matulungan ulit kita sa mga susunod mo pang math lessons. Lagi mong tatandaan, ang math ay para sa lahat. At ako si Teacher Van, nagsasabing dito sa Math Isip, lamang ang nag-iisip. God bless and see you on the next video. Bye-bye.